I've got 5 pieces to do, and the first one is to tell about inspirational young carers. We all see them on Daybreak, and big sob stories come on, but they are quite inspiring young people. I've lifted many facets from all the different ones you see come on there who look after people, and made one fictional composite character, seen through the eyes of an incredulous, selfish bystander, which would probably be me. Pretty selfish. Here we go. 5 acts of kindness performed at random by the young woman who looks after the handicapped children and can't switch her generosity off. 5 a day, every day, kind to a fault, she never fails. Not 5 pieces of fruit a day, not thinking of her stomach nor greatly her pocket. She has higher goals, feeding her soul. She lets you reverse out of your drive on the busy road, lets you make a call on her phone when you've no credit on your own. Gives up her place in the supermarket queue. Why though? She doesn't have to. Asks her elderly neighbours are there any little jobs to be done. Picks up the purse she finds in the street, takes it to the station. It's another hour gone. 5 acts of random kindness. She cares, so you don't have to. She wipes away the dribble and the spittle and the shit and piss, little by little. Like an angel of charity, so she hovers. So you don't have to get your hands dirty, so you don't have to bother. Give a young lady a big hand, a certificate and a posy. She always sees the best in everyone, the best outcomes. A life cosy and inclusively ever so rosy for everyone. Of all abilities. Taking the time over our weaknesses and fragility. 5 acts of kindness, picked at random, like all good ad-libs. Actually, it requires some planning, so she volunteers at the shelter in the evenings and once a year stands in the precinct with a tin collecting. She still finds time to keep fit, a testament to gritty determination, believes in one God and sees the world as but one nation. So she runs 10k every year for the benefit of UNICEF. She would love a little piece of peace and love for herself, but voluntary service doesn't leave enough time left. 5 acts of random kindness, is that better than you? I have to admit, I'm impressed by her, and it's far, far better than me. She cares, so we don't have to. She faces the living embodiment of human frailty and turns it into triumph over tragedy. She polishes the floor where the twisted limbs thrash and crawl. I don't dirty my hands, I keep my coat on, and I hover by the door. Give a girl a pat on the back, a tin of biscuits, keep a little terrier incentivised. She always sees the best in everyone, the best outcomes, a life of piety for her benign deity, but grounded in reality. And it may well be rewarded in peace eternally. At 19, I reckon she's done enough already, but she doesn't agree. In fact, in her own mind, believes that she's barely started. The only limit to her giving will be the length of her lifetime. That's it. And the second poem is about my pet hate at the moment, a bloody road song. With an ill thought out casual blasé mantra, a parrot-chick traffic nick from County Council's commissars, the roadside message sign replaced its warning not to drink and drive and instead made road rage respectable with a new lease of life. There is no excuse for poor driving. There is no excuse for poor driving. Who are they kidding? Just who are they kidding? While industry and technology keep us in a perpetual hurry, as long as we feel the heat from our nearest star, any time you mix people and cars, expect the polite sensibility to be replaced with simmering hostility. There'll be every alibi you can think of to explain your outbursts of unbridled anger. The storyboard should read, be calm, be kind, drive a little defensively, flash your lights, give way, raise a hand and smile in acknowledgement, and if that doesn't work, show a little forgiveness. Those seconds lost were not so important. But Nanny Numbnuts thinks we need reminding. There is no excuse for poor driving. And as there is no excuse for it, Dave Rottweiler is positively apoplectic, so irrationally angry about it, seething in a tantrum, dribbling like a toddler teething, in a tempestuous, bilious rage about it. There is no excuse for poor driving. Too fucking right there isn't. Prepare for the worst, as Mr. Testosterone comes tip-tip-tip tapping on your side window, eyes bulging wildly as his face gets redder and redder, gesturing at you to wind it down and accept you were clearly in the wrong, and the words of your chastisement will be bellowed out strong. This one, as he splits your lip, is for the others on the road. Mirror, indicate, manoeuvre, pull away carefully. Basics. Now off you go. Remember, there is no excuse for poor driving. A polite distance, please. Don't stick to the vehicle in front like glue, because if you can't see their mirrors, then guess what? They can't see you. Tell my bosses how I'm driving. Why wait that long for justice? Ring our 0800, will you fuck? Just pull over and we'll sort this right now if you've got balls enough. And Mr. Blockhead, heading towards you with a menacing manner, white knuckles gripping the shaft of a club hammer, is making ready to shed a little light on the matter by smashing in your headlamps with the aforementioned hammer. That's for causing more grief and upset than a night of a road can bear. Next time you think twice and take a little more care. And remember, there is no excuse for poor driving. He overtook me, braked hard, blocked the road, went to his boot and rummaged till he found what he was looking for, and with a roar of triumph, sorted. The salt of the earth marched towards me, filling my screen with a threatening face, then set about smashing my bodywork with his wheel brace. There's no excuse for it, simply no excuse for bad driving, and so professed he was going to teach me a salutary lesson in the rules of the road, improve my motoring etiquette with a few well-aimed blows. There, that looks better. Wear these dents and scratches as a badge of dishonour, like a green provisional P plate. Everybody will know to steer clear of you, keep out of your way, and remember, there is no excuse for bad driving. And don't get the wrong idea. I don't think it's all funny, no. But what an ill-conceived idea, and what a waste of public money. Third poem. This one is very self-indulgent. This one is an ode about suicidal depression in the Regis Perrin style, swimming out as far as the Goodwin Sands, fostered by dreams of megalomania. It's both mad and pretentious, but then I'm a very giving sort of guy. Okay, so go. The seaweed piles into mounds, salt water creeps under the cafe door, severed hands and feet scrabble ever closer to the shore. Eventually we'll be delivered what ragged flesh is left from the eaten body politic, and each tide brings in more death. Let truth and light shine through you. Let the blood of life drip down from your opened heart. When you to shoot your furies full of holes, let daylight drain away all the dark. This was your life. Look back, and I suggest you do it fondly, because there's nothing here for you now. You're at the crossroads of a town built out in the mangroves, about to wade the rooted shallows and head onwards to be swallowed by the all-consuming deeps. And me, the main man in megalomania, can't wait. I can't wait, no, not any longer. I must see this very hour if I've grown any stronger. I've dipped my toes before and bathed my feet, but played statues on the shoreline, waiting for the tide to turn. I'm going to leave all my troubles in a crumpled heap of faith and run, and swim away from the sun. Dive past the poetic azure blue, into the North Sea's dirty, briny brew, a silt-laden, over-seasoned stew. Wade its salt creeks and swim away from the sun, because my time has come. I'm going to push past my landlocked fears and show no quarter to anyone. In the channel's killing ground, the crown will be won. I'll ring the bells of Dunwich, waken shoals of dabs and dogfish. I will strike the sands of the mystic land of Lamia and become king for the length of a tide, on a narrow realm of wrecks, on a gravel spit, a cricket pitch width, to the skeletal hulks of the Marathas, beach one on another. My tall ships will burrow out of the ground like the city's crystal shards, thrusting to the heavens like the reinforcing rod set out in smoothed sand, prickling London's most valuable land. My time has come. My time has come. Short though it is, I am now king for the length of a tide, king of a German ocean for the length of a tide. So, Western imperialism, this one's about, I suppose. I chose my weapon of the future. I choose to stun them with a taser. I keep my enemy alive now, to talk to, far better to face her, chain her feet and enslave her in a drugged up, tooled up dependency, like a kidnapped victim of a militant tendency. No more turncoat, raghead and bobtail turning on a teacher. No goddamn Moslami terrorist turning good Americans into forensic pizza. I annex the land and claim it as spoils of war. I came, I saw, I conquered. I drank and ate and formed a new protectorate. And a neutron bomb would have left me with neither fitters, farmhands or serfs. And the H-bomb would have left no wealth-producing factories, just empty scorched earth. So I win, something worth having. At last, a third world war that is worth fighting. Mutual assured destruction, what a lackluster impasse. So no more stalling. I'm all for human advancement, and I choose to advance through no man's land, with a long creeping oil pipeline into the red east of foreign Stan. Walk all over infidel heads and heathen hands. Unite all the nations under my federation of technology whores and build a Starbucks, a McDonald's and an Apple store. No, I choose carefully my weapon of the future. No cannon shells, no bullets, just a taser. I keep my enemy alive now. I desire to enslave her. Final contenders in the category Best Use of Nightingale in a Song or Poem. Some excerpts to remind you. John Keats with Ode to a Nightingale. Darkling I listened, for many a time I've been half in love with easeful death. Called him soft names in many amused rhyme, to take into the air my quiet breath. Now more than ever it seems rich to die, to cease upon midnight with no pain, whilst those are pouring forth thy soul abroad in such an ecstasy. Still wouldst thou sing, and I have ears in vain, to thy high requiem become a sod. Samuel Taylor Coleridge's poem, The Nightingale. A balmy night, and though the stars be dim, yet let us think upon the vernal showers that gladden the green earth, and we shall find a pleasure in the darkness of the stars. And hark, the nightingale begins its song, most musical, most melancholy bird. A melancholy bird, O idle thought. In nature there is nothing melancholy, but some night-wandering man whose heart was pierced. Irving Cahal with the lyrics to You Brought a New Kind of Love to Me. If the nightingales could sing like you, they'd sing much sweeter than they do. You brought a new kind of love to me. If a sandman brought me dreams of you, I'd sleep much sweeter than they do. You brought a new kind of love to me. Okay. Eric Maswitz with the lyrics to Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. That certain night, the night we met, there was magic abroad in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. And the words to Stardust by Mitchell Paris. And now the purple dusk of twilight time steals across the meadows of my heart. High up in the sky the little stars climb, always reminding me that we're apart. You wander down the lane and far away, leaving me a song that will not die. Love is now the stardust of yesterday, the music of the years gone by. Bear with it, it's coming. Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely night dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you when our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. But that was long ago, and now my consolation is in the stardust of a song. Bear with, bear with. Beside a garden wall when stars are bright, you are in my arms. The nightingale, at last, the nightingale, thank fuck for that fucking night. The nightingale tells his fairy tale of a paradise where roses bloom. Though I dream in vain, in my heart it will remain. My stardust melody, the memory of love's refrain. And the winner is, oh, it's not here. Let's take a vote on it then. So who's for John Keats? Anybody for John Keats? Yeah. John Keats. Samuel Coleridge. Irving Cahal. Eric Maswitz. Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Yeah. Mitchell Paris. Stardust. I think Coleridge has got it. Okay, thank you. That was it.